Hello, this is Leo from the Forest Folk. I am going to show you today some of the vampire mods that we use for Skyrim on Xbox. We use Better Vampires and Better Vampire NPCs. Both are by Brehanin, and Better Vampires is a mod which allows you a lot of complex customization options. I believe there's over 40 options available just to kind of set how the game mechanics will affect you as a vampire character. Better Vampires particularly is a very complex mod. You can just have one and not the other if you want. Better Vampires NPCs actually covers AI and sort of their skills, their magic, their inventory, and sort of how vampires in the world behave. All of their mechanics are affected. Neither, however, affects appearance. Those are all covered by other mods, which we'll get into now. Deuglified Vampire Faces is a new mod to us, but it is a very nice little mod. It seems to do exactly what it says. The creations page says that it's a simple plugin. It makes it so that your vampires use default face textures instead of having bat face. They do recommend that you use Vampire Facial Reclamation with this mod. It only removes the weird bat face, so you do need both to remove the sunken faces. So we've put Deuglified Vampire Faces before our skin textures and the True Faces mesh mod that we use. And then Vampire Facial Reclamation goes after. It has significantly improved those sort of changes that happen when your character is first changed to a vampire and suddenly their face just sort of gets butchered. After that, we do use Dirt Eyeliner Fix for vampires. This is another new one for us, but so far so good. It's supposed to fix the dirty vampire bug that happens sometimes if you have eyeliner maxed once that character is turned into a vampire, causing the character to have a really dirty face for no particular reason. The next appearance-based vampire mod is all the way at the bottom of our appearance section. Fangs and Eyes vampire appearance mod should go under any other eye mods that you have, like the Eyes of Beauty. With the eye portion aside, a large part of why we decided to choose this mod was the fangs. The creations page has to say vampires get new, more subtle, top-only fangs. We've definitely found that it's more pleasant to look at. You do still have the beast fangs that are their own sort of variant. They're not affected by this mod. Some of the NPCs have the red eyes, while others it didn't change it, which we knew would happen. The Fangs and Eyes mod did warn that some of the NPCs are unaffected, but it's interesting to see which ones convert and which ones have their own files that are telling them they can't have shiny new eyes. Yeah, this particular NPC just absolutely refused to talk to me at all, not a single word. All she was interested in was eating. To show these mods in play, I've created a new human character. This is him before being turned into a vampire, and then we'll just switch straight to right after he was turned. You can see that a lot of it looks the same. His facial shape is unaffected, but his eye color has turned. Alright, so I've been able to show you the effect on the human and mer characters to an extent with these mods, but I did want to take a moment to show the process of turning someone into a vampire using Better Vampires, and also to give a good look at the beast race options going on here. These vampire mods and the loader we have them in doesn't really mess too much with the Argonians, at least, and the Khajiit are the same, but we'll mess with this guy for now. There are a lot of new mechanics and fun things to play with Better Vampires. This is just one small piece of it, but it's one that we really enjoy, being able to choose someone to turn and having sort of the freedom of what that looks like, how it affects them, and how it goes down. You really can tweak a lot of the pieces of that. And when you're outside, one setting that you have is whether or not the sun will affect you and whether or not it'll have a visual effect. And so we've got it turned on to where you do see smoke and burning effects on the skin when you're out in the sun. So I am going to have him just step inside so that we can see what he's supposed to look like when he's not having his scales slowly scorched off. And it is still surprisingly tricky to successfully turn someone in public during the day when there's people all over the place. I tried to get this footage once before and it was messy, but we've got it now. When you do successfully turn someone, they will treat you as an ally. Now that he's indoors, you can see he's perfectly fine. His skin tone is basically unchanged. Our mods don't really affect the beast races. Everything is more or less as normal for this guy. Alright, that's the basics of the vampire mods we're currently playing with. If you enjoyed this video, thank our Kira. She plotted it out. I've just been her yapper.
Stop by again.